So I want to talk about the word recognition lesson plan, and I'll just show you the materials are posted here in Blackboard under assignments and rubrics. If you click there first and then click on group and individual word recognition lesson. So here's the blank lesson plan template. Here's a place to upload the lesson you and your partner create, and here's the one you will upload for your individual lesson plan. And here are some tips on writing objectives that we will look at next week or the next time we have a class meeting. Today, though, I'm going to be in this folder designing a lesson plan, and I'm looking at, well, this PowerPoint will be available, but I'm not going to get there yet. First, I want to walk you through the lesson plan template that we use for all of our lessons in teacher education. So you will see the same one in your 426 class, and then again for the next two semesters. So this is a blank version. The one that I have posted here is the one we're going to walk through today that's filled out on the hard and the soft C. And then this PowerPoint that I'll walk you through too. So I'm going to do a little kind of back and forth if I were actually teaching this lesson, as well as how to create this lesson plan. So a word recognition lesson can be either a phonemic awareness or a phonics lesson. It's teaching kids some kind of decoding strategy. So in this case, we're looking at kindergarten, identifying the hard and the soft C. So I will kind of walk through the activity first. I would have my kids, let's do a four-corner activity. I have pictures posted like these or these, and children will go to a corner of a picture that they like, and that will just be randomly. And now I'm going to ask them to go to a corner that shows a picture from something related to the country, and then something that relates to the city. And then we will have a little discussion about life in the city and the differences. There's more people, cars and traffic, big buildings. And then we'll talk about life in the country. It's more spread out, green fields, pastures, and so on. So that's all introduction for the book. And then we're going to read this video I found, which is perfect because it talks about hard C and soft C and life in the city and the country. Related to the book, City Mouse, Country Mouse. Unfortunately, that book is locked in my office and I can't get it, so I won't be able to read it to you. But if you all know the story about the City Mouse and the Country Mouse and they trade places, it talks about living in the country and the city. So let's just take a quick look at some of this video.
Thinking about sea. Sea like the ocean sea? No, I mean the letter C, hip. I'm crazy about the sound of it. Yeah, there's soft C and hard C. One like celery and one like candy. Hit it, hip. I'm the hip-hop hippopotamus with the city rap. I'm rhinoceros, got the country flow. City's like a circus, everything's moving fast. In the country, catch me on the couch moving slow. Cool breeze, clean air. Never been to the city, but like to go there. Cinder blocks and cement everywhere. Could be nice in the country, cooling in a rocking chair.
Certainly things are different from the city to the country. How about we circulate ourselves to the center of each of our counties?
Love the idea, hip. Love it too, Rhymo. Love how we're coming together for this collaboration. It's cosmic, how we make a celebration. We're on a world tour through the city, then the country.
Soft C City,
Hard C country.
Okay, so you can watch the rest of that. The link will be posted here, or you'll be able to link it from the PowerPoint. Okay, so then we have an anchor chart where we identify words that are hard C or soft C. And I would read the book about the mouse that lives in the city and the mouse that lives in the country. And just like in the video, they trade places and talk about which one they like better. And then we talk about what's the difference between these words. So letter C has two sides. It has a hard k sound and the soft s sound. And here are some examples of words. And what we can do now is pause to take a moment and decide what's the difference. How do you know when it's going to be a hard C like the k, and how do you know when it's a soft C like s? And I'm just going to pause here for a minute and see if you can find the rules. Being that you're the GATE kids, I'm going to assume you figured that out. And I can't remember if we actually did this or not, but just in case we did, I'll just go through the rest of this. So the spelling rules, as you know, C plus A, C plus U, C plus O make the hard C. The soft C is CE, CI, and CY. So then what I would do is give the children a list of words and they sort them by hard and soft C. And then they're going to pick 3 of those words and write them in a sentence. Now for the more advanced kids, they can make up their own sentence. Like they might say, Cinderella is a character in a story we read. Or I take a cab when my parents' car breaks down. Or I can give them a sentence frame like the word cat has a hard C or a soft C and they have to pick because it's followed by the letter A. So giving them a sentence frame like this is a good way to support your language learners or support your kids who are struggling in literacy. So I'm going to pause here and then I'm going to walk you through the actual lesson plan document.